Hi guys, so today we are going to paint some gauze, and I've been seeing this on Pinterest for a really long time and I've always wanted to try it. So this is actually cheesecloth I got from the dollar store. It comes in a big sheet and I just cut it down to the size of my watercolor paper. You do need to work on a thick paper, so I just got a cheap watercolor paper. It comes in a pad. You can get it for $1 when it's on sale at Hobby Lobby. It's about the size of a postcard, so like maybe 5.5 by 4 or something like that. So you just cut it out, and then what you're going to do, I just have some paint here, so I'm using my Deco Arts paints. So I have Deco Arts Americana acrylic paint in Dragon Fruit, Deco Arts Americana Orange Twist, and then I have Deco Arts Multi-Surface Americana in, I think this is Lemon Zest. Yeah, Lemon Zest. Okay. And then I also have another set of colors in a different color family. So these are Deco Arts Americana Bahama Blue, and then I have Deco Arts Americana Sour Apple, and Deco Arts Americana Sea Glass. Okay, so all we're going to do is, you need a surface too that you can use as a palette. So I'm just using one of my recycled folders. Yeah, there's a video on those too if you're interested. So on how to make DIY palettes, or what you can use for palettes. So let's start out with kind of the warm colors. So I'm going to just do a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow, and I am getting colors that blend well together. And it's okay, I put out a little too much yellow, but I can use that with the other color family. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll need a brush for this. Okay, you're going to wet your watercolor paper first. Let's pull this one out of the way. Okay, just like that. You want to wet it pretty well. Okay, and then you're going to put down your gauze. Okay. Oops. Alrighty. And we're going to wet it again. I just have a small spray bottle here. And then I'm also going to wet my paints because I want them to be pretty watery. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a brush. I'm going to wet that too. Okay, and then we're going to go into our color. Okay, and we're going to paint it. And you want it to be quite watery and runny, just because it'll give it a really cool effect. And your colors are going to get a little muddy and dirty, but that's okay. It's going to be good. It'll turn out awesome. A little rag here. Or they mix. I shouldn't say muddy, because they're not muddy, because they're in the same color family. They just mix a little bit. Oops. And that's kind of why you want to wet the gauze just a little bit to kind of get it to stick. And I'm going to wet it even more. Oops. I wet myself. Isn't that funny? Okay. And we're going to go in and let's add some yellow right on top. And what it's going to do is leave this really cool pattern on the bottom of it too. So it's fine. You can add a little bit more. And just, you're going to get two wonderful pieces of art material that you can use. I need some more orange in here. So let's add a little bit more orange. Okay. So let's just set that aside to dry for a minute. Okay. And let's do our other one. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. Wipe off my hands a little bit. And then we're going to use the other colors in the other color family. So I'm just going to swish this around. I will rinse off my brush because I'm working with the new color family here. Wipe this a little bit too. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do our green and our blues. So we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to squirt out a little bit. That's, of course, too much. But, I mean, you could make a big bunch of this stuff and use it And Bahama Blue, this is one of my favorite colors, so I got a new supply of Deco Arts products. So I had to order some Bahama Blue, okay? Because I've used all mine up. Okay, and then we're going to, again, take this. You could also do this with a brush, but I just like to wet it down. And again, we have our gauze. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and wet that too. And this is just a small little spray bottles. I love having small spray bottles. I have a large one too, but I really love having the small ones. And then let's wet our paints. You could also do this with watercolor, but I really love acrylic paints. And I love that I don't have to worry about what project I use the gauze in, because it will be permanent. So that's why I'm using it. So just start out with the color. Again, I love working in color families because then you don't have to worry about, you know, if this is going to contaminate this color or what's going to happen. So I do recommend that you do that. And you can mix whatever colors you want together, but you just have to make sure that things dry. That's kind of the trick. Okay. But I teach classes, and if you just know that little bit of information, it's amazing how much more enjoyable art will be for you. It has been for my students, so let's go ahead and do that like that. Just pretty. And, you know, I'm just kind of making sure that the colors are balanced. And I am going to go off a little bit because this is a little bit longer than my other piece. Just like that. And it's so pretty. Just fun. Alright. Boy, I want one of those fancy mats that everyone's using now, the big white ones that are like the mat that you put underneath your computer, and they're in matte. I really want one of those, but they're so expensive. They're like $40, so I have to save up to get one of those. But I used a shower curtain from the dollar store, but it's like discolored now. So yeah. Okay, so then yeah, so I just kind of wipe it off. But they look so cool. I want one of those. So that's like my art dream for the next couple months. So we'll just do that. Yeah, lots of people use them. Like Cece uses them now, and it's just a big like computer board, and they're in clear, and you can let things dry on them and wipe it up really cool, and then you have that beautiful white background. So that's how it looks, and I'll lift it up for you. It's partly dry. So you get a beautiful piece of paper that you can use in your art, and then you get this gauze that you can also use in your art that's really colorful and pretty. Okay, guys, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this technique, please let me know. I will have a link below. If you can't find cheesecloth, they have it on Amazon, so if you use my link, that helps me out. It doesn't charge you anything extra. It's just a way of supporting my channel. So if you need to buy cheesecloth, you can click that link and go over there and get you some cheesecloth on Amazon. Okay, so I will see you guys later. Hope you have a wonderful day, and tell me how you plan to use your gauze in lots of fun projects. Okay, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.